Hello everyone, MMC Fan here. I assure you I haven't gone anywhere. Life has just been crazy busy, but I'm so glad to finally have the opportunity to sit down and actually look at some of these awesome Marvel Legends figures that I've added to my new collection in March and in April. This follows the end of the Marvel movie collection last year from Eagle Moss. I decided to move on to something else, so I've been stockpiling these and opening these since January. So yeah, let's see what I added during the last 2 months. So, way back at the beginning of March, I added Wong from Multiverse of Madness, which I will be discussing in this video, but there won't be any spoilers. This was a great figure. This was the first time Wong got a Marvel Legend, despite being in the MCU for so long. Really love how vibrant it is. The likeness is fantastic. I love the sword and the articulation. The way the articulation is hidden by the robes. Yeah, really cool. And then hot on his heels, I added America Chavez. Now, when I first opened this one, I thought the likeness was really good, but now having seen the film, the likeness is a little bit generic. I think we weren't really that familiar with the actor, but yeah, it could have been a little bit closer. But I love the jacket. I love the cracked effect on the stars that have been printed on the jacket. It looks really realistic, and I wear Converse all the time, so it's nice to see Converse in Marvel Legends form. So really cool figure there. And here is one of my favourite figures that I own out of any of the collections that I have, and this is the Sam Wilson Captain America. So this is the Sam Wilson from the 2-pack, so it's slightly updated from the very first Marvel Legend they did of him, a little bit more accurate, but then I've added the Build-A-Figure wings and red wing, which were scattered throughout the first Disney Plus wave. So it all kind of came together within the last couple of months, and honestly, he is one of my absolute favourites. The wingspan is absolutely huge, and he towers over the other figures the way he's slightly raised on that kind of flying base. The shield is great, both likenesses are great. Yeah, a fantastic figure. And of course, I hadn't opened a Captain America yet. It was absolutely ridiculous. So Steve Rogers Captain America quickly followed. I've added Mjolnir and the Lightning from the Endgame Thor to give him a perfect Endgame look. It's a shame that he didn't come with those as accessories, but the beauty of Marvel Legends is you get extra accessories all the time and you can just mix and match. But yeah, both likenesses again were very good here. I love the paint job, I love the articulation. Yeah, I was really excited to finally add a Captain America to my collection because we don't know if we'll ever see this one again. So I'm really glad that I did. And then my favourite character, my favourite Marvel character of all time, I had to add Spider-Man. I already had him in his black suit from No Way Home, but you have to get him in a red and black or a red and blue suit because it's Spider-Man. This is his integrated suit from No Way Home. Really detailed, great articulation. Love the gold on the spider web that kind of Doc Ock's arms give him in the film. I think that they could have made more of the webbing. I think a lot of people want that to be more black and more pronounced, and I completely agree with that. But I think we're going to get this guy again next year in a 3-pack of all 3 Spideys, so it'll be interesting to see if they improve it further. And then I also added J. Jonah Jameson. Now this one isn't a hugely interesting figure in terms of the body, but the 2 head sculpts are the reason to get it because they both look identical to J.K. Simmons, and they are both hilarious. You know, in one he's pretty unamused, and then there's this one where he's really angry. And they've also, I don't know if it was deliberate, but his head can be tilted all the way back, so you can literally have him pointing at the sky and yelling about wanting pictures of Spider-Man, which is his charm really. And then I went back to Multiverse of Madness. Tiny little spoiler here. This isn't actually Mordo from our universe, this is Mordo from a different universe, which is why he looks different. And I like that because that means we get a different looking version of the character, and the robes, the attention to detail on the patterning and the cape and the hair and the braid that kind of comes down the side of his face. This crossbow, which he doesn't use in the film at all, looks awesome. And he does have his staff, which he does use in the film, so that's nice too. But yeah, this one's a really impressive figure, and I'm really glad that I got it at retail price before they bumped the price up a little bit on it for some reason, which they occasionally do with like select figures. But yeah, really cool. And then I decided to open some more of my Shang-Chi ones. I only had Shang-Chi and Wenwu, and I had 3 more to open, so I did those 2. And these ones didn't excite me. I mean, this one's Xiling, but actually I was pleasantly surprised when I opened them. I think it's the articulation that makes them great. You get so many extra hands, you can make them do so many martial arts poses and things, and the accessories that come with them are really good too. So the likeness is good, the outfit is quite unique, but it's all about posing with the Shang-Chi ones, and I think she looks really cool posed this way, or you know, variations of this on my shelf. And then also from Shang-Chi, it was kind of a nothing character in the film in terms of who it was, but in terms of the action and the fighting, the Death Dealer was incredible, really, really menacing. And the best thing about this figure for me are those alternative hands where you can be holding a knife in one and throwing two in the other. That is so cool, and you know that they didn't have to do that. That attention to detail is awesome. He's also got knives on the back and a ponytail, and yeah, he just looks absolutely great. And you can currently get him on sale, so I'd really recommend picking him up. And then I also added Katie to finish the Shang-Chi lineup, who comes with a lot of accessories. I was surprised. So not only do you get Morris as an additional character in the box as well, but you also get the quiver and arrows, and then a singular arrow that she can have on the bow, and the bow itself, and some extra hands. So not the most interesting character in the MCU, but a really good value figure because you get so much with it, and they made what could have been a boring character actually quite interesting. And then finishing up these 2 months of figures, it was Loki from his own TV show. Now, I do actually really like this one. I think my main problem with it is that he doesn't have any accessories because most of his box is devoted to giving you bits of the Captain America wings. So he doesn't have anything to hold or any additional hands or anything, like not even any knives. But I love that jacket with variant printed across the back. That's great. The likeness is pretty decent. I like the tie. Yeah, it's okay, it's fine, and it looks cool, and Loki is one of my favourite characters, so I'm really glad that I picked it up. It is slightly cheaply made though, because if you lift the jacket you can see that I think it used to be Captain Marvel Nick Fury, which is sneaky of them. And then rounding it off, let's have a quick look at Morris. I mean, I would say the likeness is great, he has no face, but there you go, he looks cool, and I love the wings too. And there you have it. I've managed to get through 2 months worth of adding figures to my collection in just over 6 minutes, which I think is pretty good going for me. I'm really, really loving this new collection, this new way of collecting. I obviously miss the Eagle Moss stuff, but if they're not going to produce more figures, then there's nothing I can do about that. I will be revisiting some old Eagle Moss content and doing some top 10s and things very soon, so if you're fans of that, please do still stick around. But yeah, Marvel Legends 100% is where most of my time and money is being devoted at the moment, and I'm absolutely loving it. Thanks so much for watching. I hope you're enjoying following my Marvel Legends collecting as much as I am, and don't forget, if you follow me on Instagram at MMCFan, you can see all of these figures as I add them, rather than just these roundups which I save for YouTube. I've got a ton of exciting stuff on the way, more Eagle Moss stuff which I know people are waiting for, but also the Thor Love and Thunder Marvel Legends are sitting right next to me and I cannot wait to open them. So I'll see you next time. Keep on collecting.